Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tutor Time. Friday morning, bit of a sad one today because obviously Friday is usually breakfast day and that ain't gonna happen. But still, let's go through some notices, and I've got a very short tutor time for you today. Okay, guys, so important notices. The most important one so far today, big news. No one's beaten Chris's plank challenge yet. Like, I've had no even attempts. Come on, guys. We can't let Chris win our plank challenge. So 5 minutes and 30 seconds ish is about the time. I want you all to be doing the plank every single day, and we will have a plank off at the end to see who can do what. All right, next one. Loads of people are emailing me saying like they can't go onto Frog, or like their teacher hasn't set the work on Frog and they're not sure what to do. So what I've got here is a little link. Now everyone doing French gets links to my YouTube videos. If you're doing Spanish, Miss Maguire puts all hers up on YouTube as well. So I've got the link here. I'll put it in the description. If you've got nothing to do, brush up on your Spanish. Even if you're not in Miss Maguire's class, it'll be really helpful to do those lessons. Next one, remember it's a normal school day. I hope you're all doing that normal school day. I really like it. I like starting at 8:30. I like finishing at 4. I think it's great, and it just adds that normality to the day, which I really appreciate. I think if I was sitting around all day, I'd be getting down really. I think it'd be depressing me, but this way it is really a lot of not fun, but it's definitely helping me. So make sure you stick to your normal school day or you'll regret it, guys. And then, yeah, a bit of a sad one, guys. No Friday breakfast today, but I will eat my breakfast Friday morning thinking of you all, and Friday breakfast will return. Okay, so activity for today. So I didn't really know what to do for the activity today. So I was trying to think about what I'm doing with my time to escape lockdown boredom, and I'm obviously reading a lot. I want to try and read a book every single week. I'm already doing that whilst in lockdown. So I've got a few recommendations for you depending on what you think. So first off, this is what I'm reading at the moment. My sister got it me. I'm reading it in French, just because I'm slower to read in French, a lot slower, but it's good. This is Philip Pullman, Northern Lights trilogy. She read it and she said you've got to read it. Can't believe you've never read it. So this is a good one. I'm really enjoying it so far. If you used to like Harry Potter when you were younger or whatever, or if you still like it, I'm not judging you. This is a good next step on that genre. The second one, this is a fantastic book. So look how smashed up my version of this book is, right? It was secondhand when I got it, I think. But I just read this book. I must have read this book 20 times. This is The Godfather. You might have seen the film. If you haven't watched the film as well, it's amazing. It starts off quite slow and you think it's like at his daughter's wedding. You think, what's this all about? But it is an amazing book and an amazing film, one of the best films ever made, The Godfather. It's a great read and it's easy to read as well. Like, it's not hard to read. It's long, but you'll smash through this. You could read this in a day easily. All right, next one. This, I've only got the film version of this here. I think I've got the book. It's in my house somewhere. This film here, Fight Club with Brad Pitt and Ed Norton. Amazing film. If you've not seen this, you need to watch this. It must be on, it's really old, it must be on Netflix, and it's definitely on Amazon Prime, I think. But watch Fight Club, and the book is not quite as good, but it's still a very, very good book. This is an amazing watch, guys, particularly in our dystopian times. All right, finally, my final little book advice for you is for all the football lads who talk nothing of football in tutor time. This is a really good book about football. It is about Nigel Clough. He was a really successful manager in his time, like think Ferguson, but before that he took over at Leeds United, who were the Division 1, so the old Premier League champions. He lasted, spoiler alert, 44 days as a manager, and he got sacked with them like bottom of the table. And it's just a really interesting book about like a man who's completely lost control. And if you think like back then, this was unheard of, like managers would just stay in their job. It's not like the sacking culture now, but like a Watford. But back then it was amazing, and it just gives you the feel of like a football team that's just out of control, and he's out of control, and it's such a good book. So I recommend all of these 4 to read, guys. I think there's something for everyone here. I'm reading a book every single week. The good thing about that is it's just like complete escape. So when I'm reading, I can just read the book, and it'll take a few hours out of the day and I don't have to talk to anyone, and it just like clears my head because it gets me out of lockdown, and then you can face reality again. So really think about getting reading. If you've not got any of these books, Amazon is still delivering. Ask your mum or your dad to buy it. They'll be generous at the moment. Go for it. They're not expensive. You can get them secondhand. They're well worth a read. I think Mr. Maxwell's done a reading list as well, so have a little look at that as well. Right, guys, that will do for today. Have a great Friday. Have a good weekend. I hope you get to enjoy yourselves even though you're inside, and I'll see you bright and early Monday morning, 8:30 start. Have a good weekend, guys.